Hey guys, it's Abby from Make Life Your Runway, and I'm here in my weekly makeup basket. Ooh. This is where we talk about products that I pulled last week. If there was anything new, we give a little review, or if anything that I hadn't pulled for a while, we give a little update. Then we go through the collection to shop the stash for the upcoming week. Also, we're doing a new series called Pick 5. So last week we picked 5 eyeshadow palettes, so we will go over those. And this week I got the most comments, I believe, on blushes. So we'll pick 5 blushes. So if that sounds like something you'd like to watch, then just keep watching. Here we go. Alright, so my nails are chipped, but I wanted to show you what I ended up putting on them. So I did kind of like different colors on them. So I picked the color arrangement for this hand, and then my husband Jared picked the color arrangement for this hand, and I think I like his better. At first I liked mine, but now I like his. These are the 3 colors I use. So the darker green is the Sally Hansen's Complete Salon Manicure. This one is in 540 Jaded. And then the brighter blue that you see is Sally Hansen Insta Dry 510 Gain Momentum. And then Jared's eating an orange behind me. Then the Orally Breathable Polish. This one is in Growing Young. I'm telling them about the nails this week. So we did.
The right hand is the better one.
That's this one. So we did these Sunday. And today's Friday as I film this. So the chipping isn't honestly that bad. The last time I used this blue one, it chipped so much. But I think one of the things is if I keep my nails like shorter like they are now, then the nail polish does okay. But it's when they're a little bit longer that I find they chip the most. And so I think when I used these last, they were a little bit longer. But I have in here, I showed this a few weeks ago. Let me zoom you up. This is just a little like makeup bag from Sonia Kashuk years ago. I don't even remember when. It was gifted to me, I believe. But I leave this on my ottoman, so Sunday night it's super easy to do my nails. I have everything in here that I need. And the current nail polishes in here are summer. But I ordered all of my fall nail polishes. I did, just a sneak peek, I got some from Kathleen Lights, the Lights Lacquer, and then I got a couple Orally, a couple Orally and a like Essie gel one. So I'm going to do a video talking about them. I just think it would be fun to have like, since I am doing seasonal stuff like with my lips and my nails, to just do a video overview so I can reference to it and not have to talk about it every single video. I'll still talk about it a lot, but so this week we're going to do fall nails just so they're painted for that video. But then I probably will still continue to do summer nails for a few more weeks after that, because I have a few in here that I want to make sure that I want to keep. Like I have these Zoya ones that are pretty old, and you can see it's like separating. Not that that's awful, but I just want to see if I still like them. I don't know. But anyways, that's that. I still have makeup up here from last week's basket. I never put it up, so I need to pull this forward so that we remember to put it up. It's in last week's video. And we'll just add to it from here. So last week we did pull 5 eyeshadow palettes, and it actually went pretty well. The Born to Run by Urban Decay, I'll show you in a moment. I ended up having to double up palettes just because there's one day this week I didn't do my makeup, and then I didn't do it last weekend, but I still wanted to make sure I touched each palette at least one time. So when I show you my makeup, I am wearing this combo, which is kind of like an interesting combo because they're both like such full palettes, like you can do a lot with them. But what I ended up doing was coming into the Born This Run for Weekender, Breakaway, and Smug is on my lid. And then I came into the Jaclyn Hill one to basically work the brown. So I like to start here with this one, go to the one below it. I always like to touch into this gold one, because when you mix it with browns, it doesn't really look gold. It just kind of helps create a depth. And then I always like hitting this kind of brown red color. So I didn't get a ton of use out of each palette, but you know, one a day, you can only do so much with it. But we will put those back. And then the Naked 3, I got a look out of it, and I actually switched it up just a little bit. I always use Nooner and Limit and this one Stranger, like in my crease and my brow bone. But this time I went into this one, what's it called? Buzz. And I don't think I've used Buzz very much. So that was a really nice muted pink look. You know, this, I feel like muted pink and roses are in trend for this fall. So this might be a good palette to use. And that might be why Urban Decay released the minis. That's just my theory. I don't have any data on that. But that's just what I'm thinking. I'm going to talk about this in a moment when I show you my face. So we'll just set it to the side. We used... Oh no, wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, I did use this one. I forgot for a second if I used this one. I did an all matte look with it. So I honestly don't remember. I think I just kind of stayed in these and then put the lighter one on my crease. I really love this palette, and we got one use out of it. And then we got one use out of the Nude Mood by ColourPop. Obviously, every look out of here is going to look pretty much the same, just nude and neutral, but it was really pretty and I enjoyed using it. So pick 5 of eyeshadows, and I'm sure all the other categories will be the same. Such a good challenge, because I was actively thinking each day, like, I got to go do my eyeshadows. So, there's that. And then I'm going to do a video after this. I'm going to film one that is products I've hit pan on. So I can't wait to do that. But let's take out some of these Project Pan items. Alright, so with Tarte, I loved using this Park Avenue Princess. Love this guy. We'll put that back. Loved using the MAC Oh Darling. I think I only got like one use out of it, but it was still stunning. Love the Clinique Nude Pop. Got a couple of uses out of it, but we'll put that back. I also got a few uses out of Milani's Luminoso. That's what I have on today. And then I enjoyed using the number 7 as like an under eye powder and a like a finishing powder. So we will put that back as well. And then I finished it. The Revlon Candid Glow. Look, when I was using this like here and there as light makeup, I have this on today. It was good. Like, I didn't mind it. But when I'm wearing it for like a full day, like I got a mask on, I'm doing stuff, I'm out and about, this just like, it just, I don't know, it moves, and then there's like spots on my face without foundation on, and then it like settles into creases. It's almost like it just sits on the skin instead of like absorbing in a little bit. So using it every day, I didn't really like it as much as when I was just using it here and there. So I definitely would not like repurchase this or anything, but I'm glad that we moved a foundation out of my collection. I did bring in the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. I'll leave this in here. This is in 00B Light. This one's beautiful. It wears well with the mask. There's just no problems with it, and it is more full coverage, but I just think it's really beautiful. Let me move you up. So the rest of the products, if you don't see me pull in a category, it's because I have it up here. So lips I just pull seasonally, so I'm not going to pull any today. And then for concealer, we're still using the Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer, so that's living up here. We have a lip balm from the e.l.f. Ride or Die Mighty Lip Balm, so we don't need to pull that. We have all my brow pencils and like the Gimme Brow Gel, so we don't need to pull that. For primer, we're still working through the Too Faced Major Hangover RX. I really love using this, especially when I'm in a groove right now where I use it every time I apply my makeup. So love that. It's a Project Pan item. And then this is also a Project Pan item, the setting spray that I'm using right now, which is Milani Fruit Fetish. This one is Dragon Fruit Peach. It's probably like down here. So that's like where, if you're like, oh, she didn't pull concealer, I already have one up here for Project Pan. So let's turn you around and shop the stash. Okay, I did want to show you my makeup real quick because I like how it looks. I just want to talk about this product. I hauled it last week. It's from the Wet n Wild limited edition. There's like honey, cherry, chocolate. There's like some like different themes. So I picked up the Bee Honey face palette, and like I'm like low-key shook because I thought that these colors would end up being more like eyeshadows, but like this is the highlight. Like obviously you can see it's yellow, but it really looks like a nice gold, and I don't think it looks too like clowny or like weird. I think it just like looks like me has on like a bright highlighter. Like I think it looks nice. And then this is obviously too dark for me to use like as a highlight, but I like kind of putting it right here for a contour just to like deepen but kind of add some glowing. And then on top of it I have on the Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer, and I think it just blends out. I mean, you can kind of see it now that I've pointed it out, but I don't think it's something that like if you were talking to me you would be like, what? You know, it makes sense on the face. So I am like really shook. I thought this would be something I wouldn't get much use out of. It was just kind of fun once in a while product, but I actually really like the highlighter, and I think it's, you know, obviously not a natural highlighter, but I don't think it looks like silly on my skin tone. And then here's my eyes that I showed you from the Jaclyn Hill and the Born the Run palette. So this is that smug shade, and I don't think I've ever really used that shade a ton in the past, but I really like it. Oh, one more thing. I had showed you guys a new lip product, which is what I have on right now. The L'Oreal Infallible Pro Gloss. And this particular color is an 885 Shell Pink. It looks good. I've literally had this on for like 3.5 hours, and I've taken like a drink of water or a couple drinks of water, and it's still there. So I think their claim of pro gloss 8 hours, I don't know that 8 hours is legit, but it's definitely lasted longer than any typical like lip gloss. Did I say gel? Any lip gloss would. So yeah, I like it. All right, I'm gonna put all of this makeup away. I'll just show it like fast forward because it's a little bit of a mess over here. So I'll just show you guys me cleaning it up, and then we'll pick products to use for next. You're wondering, they're here. Oh, they're here. Alright, so we're going to skip concealer and lipsticks for now, but I do want to pull out one of these pressed powders, so let's go with this one. It's been a couple of weeks since we pulled it, which is the CoverGirl. This is the Advanced Radiance Pressed Powder in 110, and it looks like this. Ooh, you can kind of see the rings a little bit. About to hit pan. Okay, so we will pull that out. For blushes, pick 5. We're gonna do single blushes, and then we'll do another week of like blush palettes. So I'm just gonna pull these blushes down to the floor, and we'll kind of go through all the blushes together. But let's go over highlighters. So these are all of my highlighters. And I'm thinking I might want to pull maybe a more neutral one, since we're going to have a variety of like blush colors. So I'm kind of thinking about this one. This is the Milani Baked Highlighter in Dulce Perla 110. This one's beautiful. You can build it up to be intense, or you can keep it kind of low-key, just depending on how much you add or how much you layer it up. So we will pull that for highlight. Be a pretty boring week just having one palette. Okay, am I thinking of any? Because we really went through them last week to pick the one palette, and I feel like we just naturally rotate them a little often anyways. The one that's actually coming to mind is an old school one. Easy, easy. Okay. What do y'all think? Yes? This is old school Lorac Pro Mega 3. I wish they still made these Mega 3 palettes. This is what it looks like. It's really pretty, more of a neutral, but there are some purples in there and a little bit of darker colors, and you can get a little smoky over here if you want, but it's been a hot minute since I've used this palette, so I think this will be a fun one to use for the week, and I just love this formula so much. So lots of options. So we'll still have variety with this one, even though it's just one palette. Over here, this is my Project Pan container, and I need to pull this to start using for foundation, the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this settle mark might be how much is in it, but I'm not 100 about that. But this is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. This is their like serum type foundation, and mine is in 12 neutral, fair light neutral, and this expires in October, so we gotta get moving. So I'm gonna use this one moving forward, and I'll also mix in that fuller coverage one from Milani just so I have some options, because I can't remember. It's been a while since I've used this by itself. I've been like, I'll pull it, then I pull something else, and I pull it back. So it's been a while since I like committed to this for weeks and weeks at a time. So we'll see how I feel about it and if my feelings have changed, because I loved it before and that's a repurchase. So we'll see how it goes this time. See his Morty's little foot over there. I think I'm gonna skip the loose powder this week, but we do need a bronzer. Okay, for bronzer, ooh, we haven't done this one in a while. Let's pull this. This is the Sephora Fiji bronzer. This is what it looks like, and I love this one. It's another one that kind of has like a little bit of shimmer in it, so the light hits it really nicely, and it is a nice, like, I guess in the sun type bronzer. So we'll pull that one out for the week. Okay, here are my blushes, and there's a couple of single blushes in this new makeup drawer that I've hauled everything in here in my last haul, but I still want to do like some get ready with me's. I talk about it every week. It's gonna happen, so you just wait, okay? I think, let me see, somewhere in here. Oh, here she is. Y'all already know. Okay, maybe you don't. We got to pull this one back out. This is the LA Girl Just Blushing. This is obviously new to my collection, and this particular color is called Just Playful. Such a beautiful matte muted color. Blushes never really swatch that well, but you can see it looks really nice. So that's one. We're gonna pick 5 total. So I think we're good with this bin. It's raining outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it sounds so like cozy, you know? All right, so which we gotta go with Dallas always. This wouldn't be a pick 5 blush without Dallas by Benefit. Again, another mostly matte color that is pretty like neutral and muted. Some people use this as like a bronzer or contour. I've always just used it as a blush, but maybe I could try that. I know I've tried it in the past. I just don't remember like how I felt, or I just don't remember. I want to pull one of these MAC These are so nice. You guys always comment how much you like them if you own them. These are the Go Play blushes by MAC, and I think, so we just recently pulled this one, which is called So Natural. So these are kind of like a mousse type formula, but they're real nice because you can use a brush and they apply like powder. So they're so simple and they apply so beautifully. But let's pull this one, which is called Cheer Up. I think this will be a nice addition because the other two that we're pulling are more like muted, and this one's a little bit more of a pop of color. Not that you can see that in the swatch, but that will be a nice addition. So that's 3. I think we should pull one of these because they are pretty neglected. The Physicians Formula Butter Blush. So we have Copper Cabana, and then we have this one, which is called Beachy Peach. Yeah, Beachy Peach. So I think we'll pull this guy. Ooh, always smell good. Nice peach. Oh, she's showing up for y'all. Okay, thank you. Love that. So that's 4. I think we're done with the pulling from this little guy. So what is lucky number 5? I wonder what you guys would choose, especially if you watch this video regularly and know my collection pretty well. I'm curious, am I choosing what you thought I would choose, or I don't know, just let me know. Though, okay, I'm kind of torn. Here's what I'm thinking. My collection fave for years, the It Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi. So we always have that option. I always love pulling the Laura Geller Bake and Bright blushes. This one's in Tropical Hues. So I'm kind of thinking that. They're very similar. And then I'm kind of thinking about Hourglass, the classic Mood Exposure. Kind of different than what we got here. I think those are the only 3 that I'm really like trying to decide between. I think I'm going to, my heart is pulling towards Laura Geller because I know how easy that one is to apply and it just never lets me down. So let's go with that one. Sorry guys. See you later. Alright, I think that might be everything because we don't need a foundation or primer. We're not going to pull any single eyeshadows. This is the blush that we just went through, and this is the new makeup bin that we just went through. We're not going to pull palettes, which are these. I don't want a pressed powder, and we picked the bronzer. We have 2 big products here. We have the bronzer setting powder, our foundation, our eyeshadow palette, and then we have our 5 blushes that we're going to pull out for pick 5 this week. Ooh, love this for us. So that's not a bad little shop my stash, if I do say so myself. Yeah, it feels like we're missing something, but I think that's it. So thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you guys supporting my channel and watching this series every Friday. I hope you all had a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!